by Chevy Silverado. Play along with us. Virtual Saturday selections online at ESPN.com. Search Chevrolet. Proud to have a Florida State alumnus on hand back in the day. Gabrielle Reese was a terror in the volleyball court. We believe she still holds the Florida State career record for blocks. A fearsome force at the net before going on to, of course, great success World Championship on the four-woman beach volleyball. So welcome back to Tallahassee.
Thank you so much. I love those outfits from the early 90s. Oh my God, the button huggers. Whose idea was that?
We all feel your pain.
Yeah, I'm sure. All you guys really had to wear button huggers. Even the name.
They didn't quite pull it off if they did. Last year, Bill Murray body slammed Lee Corso for picking Florida State over
I know,
Will there be any body slams? Because you're capable today if he goes the wrong way.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless he doesn't pick Florida State, then it's okay. He won't get out of here alive, I don't think.
We're going to begin with the program that calls Fargo, North Dakota. We were there in the mighty Bison.
Yeah, Bison. I like how you say that, local Bison.
It's not, it's not a no-name opponent. It's the Grizz of Montana.
Yeah.
This is a rivalry game. This is a bigger game for the Bison, Des.
I know it is, but this team, you know, it's like a well-oiled machine right now. I got the Bison by 21 points.
Well, I can't give the point spread. I'm not quite as informed, but I will say it's not going to be much of a fight, and I think it's hard to win in Fargo, as you guys saw last week. So I'll go with the Bison as well.
And Corso of the Bison told me 2 touchdowns, Bison.
You're looking puffy here. Something's going on.
I know.
I'm with you. It's slow.
I think we should hit the deck already.
Exactly. I'm going North Dakota State. You play them at home, you're not going to beat them.
That was an easy one for you.
I like the Bison.
This is a little tricky. Iowa trying to bounce back up to disappointment. We talked about that visiting Pittsburgh.
And Pitt's running back James Conner gets 125 yards, 2 touchdowns, but Iowa wins this game 20-14.
Roachy.
Yeah,
Iowa gets some
bounce back.
I'm picking Pitt. I say that Connor will be too much for Iowa, so I'm going to say with Pitt and call the Pitt upset. Are we together or no?
Yes, very good pick. But remember, Pitt by an extra point, field goal, a touchdown, and an extra point.
So 7. There you go. Figure it out. Figure it out. I'm with you. I think James Conner is going to be a big difference in this game. This kid can pound the rock, and playing at home, I think that's the difference.
For the 3rd time in the last 4 games against the Power 5, Florida is a big underdog. At stake is a little mini streak. Alabama has failed to cover each of the last 5 games that they've finished.
I think too much physicality and too much skill for Alabama. I think Alabama beats Georgia. beats Florida.
They'll like that.
Florida. Yeah, they like that. Yeah. They'll beat the Gators.
I'm not just having an emotional response to saying that Bama's going to beat Florida. I think Cooper's going to be too much for them to deal with, and I think that Florida will.
You don't like the Gators, let's be honest.
Well, what do you guys think, right? Many of us like the Gators, right? So, no, but on this one, I actually think legitimately Alabama's going to win.
Florida will be closer than the experts think. Alabama wins, but closer than the experts think.
I think Florida's going to go in and compete. I think Dante Fowler is a big difference in this game. He's got a freshman left tackle. Florida's going to compete, but they're not going to win. But I also think Jeff Driscoll plays well. So I think Florida getting better, but not good enough to win in Tuscaloosa.
We heard earlier from Mike London, the Cavalier veterans trying to get them to build in the big win over Louisville and not do a face plant there at Provo today.
Virginia will be very competitive today. They're going to punish Taysom Hill on offense, but I got BYU in the close one. And I got BYU.
I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to say UVA after the Louisville win. Okay. I think they're going to have a little more momentum, and I think they're going to. Yeah, thank you.
I like that.
And I think they're going to win.
Not so bad. BYU, 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. You know what I mean?
I love your innocent, nice guy thing you're doing with Daddy right now. I think BYU at home is just way too physical. I think Virginia keeps it close, but BYU wins.
Now we got Rutgers. They invested a lot, lost the Penn State game very late in the touchdown. Now they take on Navy today.
I think they left too much on that field against Penn State. Such an emotional loss. I got Navy beating Rutgers.
Same. I got Navy kind of rolling over Rutgers.
Rolling over Rutgers.
Good.
Yeah.
Anchors away. Navy.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Navy, that option attack, I don't think Rutgers can stop it.
So the opportunities there for the quadruple, not so
you got
fast.
it? Yes.
Piscataway style.
Big Ten style.
Out there.
There you go.
And speaking of the Big Ten, Utah and Michigan. Wolverines desperate for a home win.
You know, I'll tell you what, this was a tough one for me. I think because Funches is reportedly back, he's healthy. I think that Michigan will beat them, but it's going to be a close game. Very close game.
You know, we went to school then, right?
Yeah.
I know. It's okay.
We're as good as
it's all right.
I'm actually going to agree. I think if Gardner can avoid some turnovers, I think Michigan's going to beat Utah.
Good pick, you two. Michigan by a field goal.
I think Utah is able to go in there and stop the run, put the game into the hands of Devin Gardner. I think Utah goes in Ann Arbor and surprises Michigan. I like Utah to win that one.
Well, we know that Dan Mullen at Mississippi State has not beaten either LSU or Alabama and is 1-23 against teams that finished the season ranked. LSU is going to finish the season ranked. So is this the day that Mullen and Prescott and those guys rewrite some history and get the upset on the Bayou?
No, sir. Ground and pound, LSU wins a close one.
A close one.
Yeah, but then you got to still consider the front line, the 7 front line coming over from Mississippi.
Right.
So I'm going to pick Mississippi State.
Wow.
I'm being very female.
Wow.
Quite opposite. I'm being contrary.
There you go.
Nobody else agrees? Come on. No
Not
way.
so fast. LSU at home.
I know.
Come on, it makes it more fun.
It does make it. David Pollock thinks Mississippi State as well.
See? He's
but
a smart guy.
I'm with everybody else. I got LSU in that defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw that in there if you Bulldogs fans feel confident.
Yeah.
He's so polite when he says
I know,
no.
he's
He's never been this polite disagreeing. I'm
It's
gonna
the
tell you.
Seminole thing.
Yeah. I
Oklahoma,
don't think
West
so.
Virginia, primetime game in Morgantown. Both have been crazy games the last 2 years.
They, like you said, they will burn couches tonight. Too much playing cricket and special teams. I got the Mountaineers.
Really?
Yeah, I got the Mountaineers.
Oh,
beating
no way. I
Oklahoma.
have Sooners big, and I think
Big, too,
I
wow.
mean the Mountaineers barely survived Maryland, so I think that it's going to be the Sooners.
Good one. Good pick, boy. Oklahoma.
Why do you guys sit me next
It's
to
a
him? I
good
see
pick.
how it is.
Oklahoma.
Exactly. It's good when you agree.
Yeah.
It's bad when you don't.
Dustin's all the way over there.
I got West Virginia, Daz. I'm with you. I think going to Morgantown at night is a tough thing to do. Clint Trickett gets the ball out of his hands fast. I think Oklahoma's a great team. I just don't know. After the win they had last week, it'll be interesting to see how they perform today.
And when your name's Trickett, I mean, that's a pretty good name, right?
Yeah,
That's what gets them on.
Yeah.
Our guy, the Bear, you graduate, says you down. That doesn't like Miami's chances against the Cornhuskers today in Lincoln.
I tell you what, I think that Amir Abdullah, the running back for Nebraska, is a very underrated talent in college football. I like Nebraska double-digit win over Miami.
He's starting to get noticed.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I'm with you. I said behind Abdullah, I think Nebraska will definitely win this, and there won't be a Miami upset.
Nebraska.
This guy.
First time. I've been with him 19 years. He's never. Only thing you're missing is
What are you,
blushing.
like 12 when you guys started doing this?
I've got Nebraska as well. I think Nebraska, that combination of Armstrong and Abdullah is too much.
All right, now to the game here tonight in prime time.
Yeah.
One in the Atlantic Division, one in the ACC. When you get to the playoff, probably depends on winning this game here tonight with all the implications. Here's what's at stake for guys on both sides, with the Tigers very fresh in their minds, the humiliation at home last year to the Noles.
Since it's Florida State, you know what's on the line, and the winner of this game usually goes on to win the ACC championship.
After we come in and set records of most scored points at their home, you know they're going to come in with a big chip on their shoulder, ready to try to do the same thing to us.
Last year's game just makes us want to go back down to Tallahassee and return the favor.
Just because it says number one by the name doesn't mean they're unbeatable.
We don't feel like them guys really respect us like that.
They're either going to fight all game or they're going to lay down or play.
We're good enough. I mean, we're good enough. We're Clemson, bottom line. They're going to be coming to prove a point. But that's what happens when you're the national champions and when you play at Florida State, and everybody brings that to you. You have to accept that challenge.
That's what the principals think. What does Vegas think? Well, before all the Winston suspension news at the beginning of the week, Florida State almost a 20-point favorite. Now it's cut in half. It's a 10-point favorite. And Clemson,
That's 12 and a half, right?
that was down to 10 and a half.
Oh, really? We're dropping as we speak?
Dropping by the hour.
Situation like this.
I don't know if you know, Clemson's very good in this situation. As a dog here, the last 9 games as a 5-point dog or more, 8-1 against Vegas. Devs.
Well, you know, yesterday in a meeting when it was just a half-game suspension for Winston, I said that this game is going to be close. And I said I was on the fence about which team would win. Now that Winston is not playing the whole game, all this pressure is going to be on Sean McGuire. I got the upset. I got the Tigers pulling off the huge upset tonight. Huge upset tonight. Clemson wins. Sorry, guys.
Getting out of here today. How to get out of these here. Listen, I think if Florida State can keep focused and the rest of the team can rally around the quarterback, I think Florida State will still win. Obviously, this the Jefferson situation suspension provides a whole other thing they're dealing with. I think if he's off the field, out of the game, out of focus, that it's a better deal at Florida State.
You don't want him in the stadium.
I don't think so. I think, listen, I said this earlier, I don't appreciate what it is that he said, but more importantly, at this point, I was joking. I said, listen, I would suspend him for not thinking it through more than what he said. At this point, you're a leader, you're a public figure for all of college football and for Florida State. You gotta dial in and take advantage of this opportunity.
All right. I have a special guest going to help me pick this game.
Really?
Yes. Ethan Fisher.
Don't you get nervous at my coaches when you talk?
Come here, Ethan. How are you, Who's your favorite Florida State player?
Kelvin Benjamin.
Oh, Benjamin. And who would you like to meet? Anybody?
LeBron James.
All right. Are you ready? Are you ready to pick the game? We got to show our colors. Show our colors.
Show your colors.
Show our colors. That's it.
Watch out, Kirk.
Watch out, Kirk.
Give it to LeBron James.
The band is ready to play. Let's go, band.
Little man in Tallahassee. Gabby, thanks very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Don't see you open the door. Enjoy your football Saturday. Team up Delaney, Dave Pat, Frank Reese, Tom Loganville, Jackie.
Of course, I'm making this.